There it is. All right. Welcome, fantastic motherfuckers. It's another fantastic episode of True Story Bro. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. As you can see, we're almost full. We're missing two of our interruptosauruses. But it's okay. We're gonna keep it going because that's how we do. Uh as it says on the screen, you know who we are. I'm the sir with the Wednesdays, all that shit. And my homies are here in full effect. So what's up, gentlemen? Holiday season, giblets and gravy, comatose, the itis,
Oh man,
itis time travels. You know, we
absolutely.
got all of it. I'm gonna eat tonight and wake up 2 days from now, and that's just real.
That is the goal. That's
Wish
normally
I
the
could.
goal.
Wish I could do that. We got to work Black Friday.
Oh man,
uh,
mm. Bro, I know the feeling, man. It's because you're black that you must work Black Friday. That's the painful part. I've been down that road, man. I feel you on that. I feel you.
oh,
God, I hated
man.
Kmart. Anyway,
Damn, Kmart. Kmart hated Kmart. Hated themselves so bad they're out of business. Fuck those.
yeah. Oh, fuck them very much. Yeah,
Oh man.
giving me grief for 2 years. How dare you?
Lord. I tell you where I was when them niggas were going out of business. I went right in there and I'm like, 30% off? I'm gonna wait. And then I came back, 40% off? I'm gonna wait. 50% off? And then it's like NFL Blitz, you gotta go fight niggas to go grab that shit. I need this Cuisinart. I don't know what I need it for, but I need it.
It's my shit. Gimme.
What's up? What's up,
all week.
What's up, Retro Wave Studios, Gummy Bear, and our own Echo Ninja in the chat.
Chattity chat. Man, friends don't let friends chat and drive. To stay your ass on the road, bitch.
Right, I hope he's not driving and texting at the same time.
Yes.
This fucking douche nozzle.
That's right, because I will report your stupid ass to the authorities. Oh man.
Shit. Mm-hmm.
But yeah. Are you what are you guys looking forward to see or forward to eating? Because everybody has their staples when it comes to Thanksgiving and shit. What are you looking for?
So I made a mac and cheese for a Friendsgiving Monday. I'm hoping to have that same mac and cheese because it was the first time I made it and it came out crazy, and it was the first thing that went from the table too. So hopefully I could recreate it.
My man's recreating sorcery. All right, cool.
There's a few like staples that I'm hoping will be at Thanksgiving this year because it's not gonna be like the usual Thanksgiving. It's gonna be at a new spot, so I don't really know what's on the menu. But uh, Hispanic Thanksgiving usually like the rice with the beans. The turkey is a given, but then we also have pernil, which is like a roast pork, I guess what it is what it is.
Oh yeah.
I'm hoping my aunt comes through with her fire ass potato salad.
Yeah.
Uh, and then I'm pretty sure alcohol is on the agenda, so that's gonna be that's
That's
what I
always a
told.
staple.
That's per
Yeah,
usual.
that's what my job wants me to come in that same night for a half a shift. I'm like, you if you want me to come in drunk and not get any goddamn work done, then maybe I'll come in. But nah, I'm not gonna go, man.
Like,
Yeah, I just picked up a bottle of coquito, so that's about to go down.
Mm.
I gotta hit up Johnny, see what flavors he made for the holidays and shit with his space juice. See what's up with that.
Oh yeah, the
yes.
coquitos he got. I don't know if he's still. I'm pretty sure he got the space juices, but the coquitos he got right now, banana, peach, mango, and regular. Oh, and pumpkin spice.
Pumpkin spice. Nice.
Haven't dabbled with that yet, but I'm curious.
I tried the pumpkin spice one. It was pretty good.
I'll give it a shot.
Nice. Okay.
I fucks
I'll give
with
it a
pumpkin.
I had
All day.
I had infused coquito Monday.
Hey, Chris.
Hey, what's up, Chris?
So in the chat, Gummy said she just finished baking a pecan pie for her family. Retrowave Studio says he's never had pumpkin pie. You guys like big pie people in the on Thanksgiving?
Oh,
Just
absolutely. We're all about pie.
apple and
Yeah.
cherry, and I'm good. Maybe even a peach. Blueberries can fuck out of here.
I'll second that, man. No. Yeah.
Big on pumpkin and sweet potato.
Sweet potatoes
Yeah,
good.
we usually have
Pumpkin's
flan and shit at my fucking Thanksgiving.
Oh yeah, you can go.
Oh, yeah.
Flan is literally the icing on the cake. After a big ass heavy meal, then you just get that flan because it's nice and cool and spongy, and then you fall down and go to sleep.
That's the initial plan. Yeah. Nah, man. Apple and pumpkin are my go-tos, man. Apple and pumpkin.
Apple pie. I'm not a fan of apple pie.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's a texture thing, I guess.
Maybe it depends on how it's made. Yeah.
That could be it too.
Maybe it could be. I mean,
You
I've had
find-
different ones, and some I've been like, all right, it's cool.
Me, my
What?
shit, I have to have the crumb apple pie. That shit have to have the crumb fucking topping. I love that shit. It's extra crunchy. It's like a coffee cake, but an apple pie. It's like some type of hybrid on some fucking underworld shit.
We usually have choco flan at the family get-togethers. You mean purple berries? What is this motherfucker talking about? Purple berries. It's a running joke of mine.
The purple berries is a running joke of his. Yeah, that's right. The blueberries, they're purple. They're not blue.
That's true.
I don't know what the hell I was watching, but someone was like, what? Someone they was talking about it's like what blue food do you like? And he's like blueberries. It's like blueberries are purple, motherfucker.
Dude, man. Airheads count. They're blue. I eat that shit.
That's true. Good movie. Great actors.
It's true. Very true. Yeah.
Bruh.
You know it. Oh man. So has anybody, and I'm pretty sure for three of us here, I know I have watched a little bit of it. Black Caesar, have you caught the live action Cowboy Bebop?
I have not. I did hear some, running critiques along the way. So, even from a first timer who's never seen the anime show, and I'm like, sir, you're doing it wrong. You need to see the anime first before you see whatever the fuck Netflix is trying to pass off as Cowboy Bebop.
You haven't seen Cowboy Bebop the anime yet?
Is that he hasn't? My coworker.
Oh yeah, he bugging.
Yeah. I was like, he's new to anime, so I'm gonna give him a pass on that. But I'm like, bruh,
Okay.
Please see this first before you see the Netflix show. Please.
Honestly,
I haven't seen it. I'll get to it.
We were watching. All right, Chris. We were watching. We were watching episodes of the anime in between episodes of the live action,
Mm-hmm.
just to see like. Well, I remember that from the anime. Let's go back to the anime and check out how the anime did it. And,
Yes, please.
yeah.
Please.
I don't know. I gotta say, I'm not. I didn't enjoy John Cho as Spike Spiegel. I don't think he pulled the character off well enough. There was a certain lackadaisical charm to the anime character that Joe didn't really portray very well. The fight choreography, and that's not
No, it's
because
not.
he's not like a fight dude. Like the people who decided to choreograph those fights, it was very heavily choreographed. You could tell, and Spike Spiegel's fighting style was completely wrong. He was doing Wing Chun most of the time instead of Jeet Kune Do.
Kind of do. Yeah.
But overall, like the live action, I think it tried a little too hard especially with the beginning episodes. It tried a little too hard to mimic the aesthetic of the anime. So with a lot of scenes that work well in animation, it just came off cheesy in live action. It was just like, this is you're making Cowboy Bebop look like a fucking kid show now, and I cannot abide by that.
Not at all. Not at
Nobody
all.
can. No, no, that's wrong.
One thing I will say that I kind of liked was in that the crew, um, the Bebop crew before the end of the first season, they did a good job of showing them becoming like cohesive, and there was a bit more camaraderie with the live action crew than there was with the anime crew. With the anime crew, it was kind of like they were all business, but they were especially when interacting with each other. It was kind of cool to see them more like coming together more as a crew than as like a just like business partners.
I feel the reason why that was like that was because we got fewer episodes. I mean, granted, these are almost 2 and 3, episodes all rolled into one, but I do get what you mean. Like they definitely showed a better camaraderie between the three of them versus how separated they were, in the anime, because they were like, like, oh, I'm doing this for me, I'm doing this. Like they showed Faye do that very little in like the first couple episodes that she popped up in, but then afterwards she was like a part of the team, and it took them a while to do that in the first season.
Hmm.
But they obviously sped that up.
Sure.
I mean,
Yeah.
it was only 10 episodes, but they were longer episodes than what the anime had. Anime was like 26 episodes, but they were all like 15 to 20 minutes each.
Yeah, about 20
Right.
minutes each.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whereas the live action, well, the first episode was an hour long, and then from there it went to like 30 to 45 minutes each episode.
Mhm.
Mhm.
I will say that this was possibly the best adaptation that I've seen out of anything.
Really.
Like all the other animes that try to do these adaptations are like try to go too above and beyond. This one, I mean, while it had some of its faults, it did stick to the anime for the majority of it. They did cut out a few things, but I guess that's why it looks like they're going to be expanding to a second season. I don't know if they greenlit that yet, but it looks like we'll most likely get a second season with a new storyline because they completely changed the ending of the story.
Mm.
That they did.
Yeah, I think they did green light. Um, I mean, there's no reason not to do a second season. It's still like it's still on Netflix like the number one watch thing right now.
Mm.
So it's successful enough that they can do it. And then like the way it ended with them, it ended with them introducing a character that a well-known character that's in the anime, and then they decided to hold off on putting this person in in the live action until the very end. So she's gonna be more of a prominent character in the next season.
Sure.
Oh yeah, yeah. Ed, they added Ed in the very last episode, and I was like, wait,
Hmm.
but she was like in the middle of the season. They
Yeah,
added her. They
and
added
she
her at the very
was
end.
and that actress was cast already from the very beginning. Like she was cast as Ed like the same time that John Cho was cast as Spike Spiegel. So I think they already they had an idea of what they wanted to do.
Yeah.
My only gripe with
I don't know.
the Ed character is that like the person portraying her just needs to tone it down just a little bit because it's like she's
You
dialed
think
in
so?
at like an
Because
11.
Ed was pretty.
Yeah, Ed was pretty crazy, but it was
Ed
just
was
like
wild in the very beginning and then mellowed out. So most likely that's what we'll get.
I hope so. because came in at like a 13, not even a 10. It's like I just need you to go 3 notches down because Ed was like you said, Ed was known to be like boisterous and animated, but that's a little bit too much. It's like Samuel Jackson Beer, but in Ed form, just yelling at me and shit. I'm like, calm the fuck down. It's not that deep.
Which is why, going back to like how they kind of based everything similar to an anime. I mean, yeah, it's live action, but they wanted to keep, I guess, the heart of the anime, one with the live action. So that's why we got a couple of those cheesy scenes where it didn't just sit well with live action, or we got a shorter versions of like pretty big fights that were in there. Like I knew that what was it, the fight with Hakeem where he had fought on the roof and he had the pole. They literally only he swung the pole for like 2 seconds and then that's it. It was done.
Right.
Yeah, it was
When
very
there was that was a whole dragged out fight. You know what I mean?
It was. And I watched that fight when we went and watched the anime before we saw it. And I'm like, oh, yeah, this is very, very short. Besides like the G Kun don't that John Tro practiced in the show, I just like much what Rebbe has said. There was a certain thing about Spike Spiegel that was missing, but also I don't know why they kept making it a point to show how like they did in the anime like how bumbling Spike could be, but he wasn't like super bumbling where it's like he didn't do his job well. It seemed like I don't know. It was just like, this dude's like one of the main characters of this fucking show. Like, why are you like trying to one up him? Like even like the whole thing with the whole him and Faye showing off whose bounty is this and blah blah blah. I'm like, that was so unnecessary, but I guess they had to do it to show up.
That was a scene. Remember, we said it when it was happening too. That was a scene ripped straight from Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
That's exactly what it was. It's
where
like,
they were,
what about
where
this
they were,
scar?
yeah, they were comparing scars. The only thing they didn't do was fucking like fuck right after.
That is true.
And it was like, and a lot of people had like issues with the girl who played Faye. Like, I like her as an actress. I've seen her in many things. She's the foxy lady, but they're like, she just wasn't my Faye Valentine. Blah blah blah. I'm like, shut up.
Fuck off. I think she didn't. She did good as Faye Valentine. Who they really fucked up was Vicious. They fucked
my
that
god,
character up.
Vicious is what they did to his character. Yeah. Like, it was disgusting. Between his bad CW wig and his temperament. This nigga was in the fucking CW Batwig Club, and his temperament was like, this isn't Vicious. Vicious was like a stone cold, very silent, very like not really saying much, killer ass motherfucker. And this dude was like, the thing that made me mad, he was like, what the lady was like bargaining with him was like, I like dealing with Fearless better. He's like, what if your wife will sing to me? He's like, my wife sings for you? Yeah. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you, nigga?
I remember that scene. I was like, what the fuck was that?
And like, part of the reason.
Oh god, that killed me.
When he said that, I was like, man, sit your ass down.
Part of the reason Vicious was so. Part of the reason Vicious was so he was so fearsome and he had like such a mystery about him in the animes because they didn't show him as much, and this motherfucker was in every episode of the fucking season. Like, goddamn, bro,
you thought the nigga was running for office. He was in every episode like that.
They humanized him. They definitely humanized him, which isn't bad, but they took away a lot of what made him such a fearsome bad guy. Like, by the end of it, you were like, this nigga, no problem.
Say it again. You went out for a second.
Oh, I was about to say, like they humanized him to the point where he wasn't scary anymore. So like by the time there was that confrontation between Spike and him, you weren't all that fucking scared. But then that also made it so that like Spike had such a fucking hard time dealing with this version of Vicious. It doesn't seem like Spike is all that fucking capable either and shit. I don't know.
Exactly.
It just made everyone like it just downgraded the characters for me.
Yeah,
I
it
think
was.
so. I think the reason why was mainly because they're giving us a second season, something that we did not fucking get. So we're gonna see a whole new side of Vicious. We might even see that version of Vicious later on. The character I don't care for. They could have recasted him. They should recast him if anything. But the fact that they changed the complete ending of the story is like, I guess it's just something that we have to wait and see what exactly they decide to do with the rest of the story.
I feel that because we didn't get the G Kundo spike that we were used to, I think that's going to be something that's going to be added to his character in the next season. Because he was a little stiff, he's going to learn to be more fluid, and then give us maybe a little bit, not a better performance, but more of what we're looking forward towards the character and shit.
Exactly.
So I'm hoping for that.
Yeah, we need it. Oh shit. Yeah, we need his like signature style. Both in personality and fighting, because it's a must. It's a must.
Yeah, when he fought Asimov, that was the one thing that was lacking. Like the dude looked like Asimov. It almost looked like the first episode. The only thing that was missing was the battle tactics, the fighting with Spike Spiegel, the way it was in the anime. Now I understand John Cho is like pushing 50. He's 49 right goddamn now. I don't know if he's as flexible, but I don't know his capabilities. I know him as a solid actor, and yeah, those things were missing from those scenes, like the red eye scene. Old boy sprayed the thing in his eye, and I'm like, I understand the use of the CG, but it's like, but it's like, it's crazy because it's like, did they really need to do the CG after that every time? And like, couldn't they use some contacts? And where was the people that he had to fight? Because like, we didn't really see what the devastation was. Where, oh yeah, he's got the red eye. Let's go fuck people up. We really didn't see him do much, and it was just kind of like alluded to, but it was a main part of the
they
story.
showed that opening scene with Asimov, and then afterwards we didn't get that fight. I wanted to see my man sitting down with the sombrero and the poncho and him like, what's up, bro? Like I was waiting for that scene.
We didn't get any of that. So it was like little things that I like and a lot of things that I didn't like. But you know what? It was like going, and I hate to trash them. No, I don't. It's like going to Applebee's and expecting better service, but you're okay with the half price appetizers that you had. That's what was my feeling towards the Cowboy Bebop live action thus far. But hopefully, like you said, we get a second season. They shifted it a little bit, and hopefully we'll get a little bit more of what we wanted to see in the first season. I liked Jet's character. I felt like there was a couple things that they did change slightly, but it wasn't like super crazy. But he did a good job out of everybody in that portrayal. Yeah. He was like the best one.
It wasn't I'm telling you, it wasn't bad. So
it wasn't.
If you haven't seen it yet, like it's not bad. Give it a chance. It's not like all those other live actions that are like super, super, super disappointing. Like you may be disappointed at a few things. I was disappointed at a few things, but I was engaged. I wanted to sit there and watch the remainder of it. It wasn't something that I saw the first couple of minutes and I was like, I'm shutting this shit off. It was trash. You know, it's not that bad.
Retro was like, what about the casting for Ein? Ein was amazing. That's it.
It's a dog. It's a dog.
Yeah, but that dog had personality.
Yes, it did.
Personality goes a long way.
I enjoyed for what they did. I enjoyed it. It was very nostalgic, and it wasn't bad. It had some parts where everything. If I were to grade it, probably give it a 3 out of 5. Maybe a 3.5 out of 5, but like a 3.5, 3.5 out of 5. Then that's just because of the way that they switched the ending and the way that Vicious was portrayed. That's probably the only two things that I would change.
I'd give it that as well. I'd say a good 3 out of 5. I was gonna say 2.5, but I'm like, no, what? It's not like they gave me shit and sprinkled sugar on it and tried to tell me it was chocolate.
Yeah, no, we didn't get it. We got something that was good.
Decent. Yeah, it was decent. I mean, coming from like Full Metal Alcatraz, that thing was like super
Ooh.
Yeah,
super
it was
high
bad,
bar.
but
It wasn't that bad. So I'm happy on that. But yeah, Black Caesar, hope you check it out. Definitely want to see what you think of it. The thing that I was glad about this one, as far as wardrobe and like outfits, I'm glad that their clothes looked like clothes. Because even though I'm always talking about Full Metal Alcatraz, the problem with that is it looked like bad cosplay. It was like these clothes
Yeah.
don't look like clothes; they just look like costumes. And I've been like, and we've been to conventions and anime and stuff like that. It it was
They pulled
like
it up better.
they put more effort into that shit. It's like,
Yeah.
why is this dude coming to this random con looking better than everything you're putting forth in your fucking production team? Like that's terrible.
It
Either
is.
someone needs to be fired, somebody needs to be dead. Either way.
You heard that FMA was one of the better live actions? Boy, you should be worried.
Yeah, you should be. You should be worried indeed.
Bruh. Yeah,
Man.
man.
Have you ever been waterboarded? Because that's watching that movie is what it's like being waterboarded. 200 threat count.
Mm.
Ouch. Mm, mm, mm.
yeah, no, that's not good.
That's pretty damn bad.
Yeah, as far as the hierarchy is, best live actions of anime, freaking Kenshin is number one, and I
Yeah,
guess
I can't say I've
nobody's
seen one. I can't say I've seen one
fucking.
better than Kenshin.
The only other one I'd say was decent was and it wasn't a Netflix one. It was Gantz, and that was okay, and that was decent.
Gantz.
Gantz, yeah, I enjoy. You never saw the Gantz live action?
There was a live action. I saw a
Yeah,
CGI movie.
the CGI movie was dope,
Yeah.
but yeah, they made a live action. It was decent. It was decent, but yeah,
Mm.
it's Kenshin, Gantz, and then I don't know what's the third one. It's not Bebop. Bebop's okay, but we'll see. Maybe second season it might go about higher up there, but we'll see.
They did an Attack on Titan live action. I didn't see that.
Yes, good. Be
Oh
Yeah.
glad you
boy.
didn't. Be glad you didn't. Be glad you didn't. Oh god, it was.
I can only imagine. Like if it came out bad, I can only imagine how bad.
So
Because
bad,
boy,
boy. Oh boy, it was like
No,
they could have done better with it, like way better. I had to turn it off. That's how bad it was.
Yeah, when you
yeah,
had to
you
do
see,
it, yet.
and Bebop will not do that to you. Bebop will not stir you away. If you're very picky about certain things and that's how you feel, then why not? But
yeah, we were watching it. We were very nitpicky, and there was a lot of shit that bothered us. But I still watched the entire thing. I didn't. I couldn't say that I was so disinterested that I stopped watching.
Correct.
yeah, it was solid.
It was solid. Like a turd.
I'm still stuck on that ending, man. I
I'm the ending and the non-fight that we got there.
yeah, you got like a couple blocks and that was it. Like you said the other day, the switching of the gun and the sword.
Man, in every adaptation, I'm always looking for one thing. If you give me that one thing, then I'm satisfied. Everything. In Watchmen, it was like as long as he catches the bullet, I don't give a shit. He caught the bullet. I don't give a fuck about anything else. In Wanted, all I wanted was him to smash the bullet with his knife. They didn't do that. Fuck that movie. It's not what I wanted. Fucking and in this, the whole epic, they both hit each other's weapon, and then it slides to each other, and they pass it back like, nah, this ain't me. Like this ain't me either, and they slide it back. Didn't do that. Very disappointed.
Yeah.
Very disappointed.
Wow.
But hopefully,
Besides,
season 2 will redeem itself. Hopefully,
They only focused on that one still shot of Spiegel on the floor and this dude over him with the sword, like that. It all
no,
culminated to just that one scene, that one fucking little fucking still.
Yeah,
it was okay too.
what you see it and you're like, oh, that's the part. But then it completely switches on you, and then you're like, why? Why did you
Yeah.
change the ending?
To make us mad. Yeah, and they succeeded.
Master of the
Congratulations.
Universe.
Oh man.
I didn't watch. Let me watch any of that Masters of the Universe stuff. That's we gotta have Roundhouse on here for that shit.
That's right, our resident rage monster. He'll go into detail about Masters in the Universe, but I'll give it a shot. I'll watch it.
Yeah, I'll give it a look.
Give it a whirl, a real. So man, pie. I can't wait for the pie so I can time travel. That's what I need.
So you can time travel.
Because I can time travel. Everything ends with pie. I either wake up and there's no pie, or I wake up and there's pie for me. Either way, I'm looking forward to it. Pie.
Oh yes.
But yeah, like this. Damn, where does the time go? This year's pretty much fucking over.
Oh yeah, man, coming to a close.
Exactly. I'm looking forward to our boy Black Caesar's birthday coming up really, really soon. So watch out. I'm looking forward to Spider-Man. I'm looking forward to Cobra Kai. I'm looking forward to Hawkeye. So yeah,
That's
first
tomorrow,
episode.
right?
Is
It's
it
today.
tomorrow?
It's today.
Well, Hawkeye's today?
Yeah, just saw an episode.
Oh, really?
what?
Damn.
Oh, I'm about to watch that after
I'll
this.
definitely check that out.
Yeah, bro.
I can't wait to see Die Hard. Oh, two?
Yeah, two. There's two episodes.
Nice.
Oh,
I can't wait to see Die Hard with a bow.
No, it's like that Die Hard and Lost in New York. Yeah,
nice.
But, I mean, it is. It's very much. It got some Home Alone elements in there too.
Oh, yeah. So yeah, that's definitely
the gadgetry and shit.
Oh yeah, you know me, all about the gadgets.
Oh, then you'll love this. But
All right.
I dig it so far. Not bad. Off to a good start. Decent start.
They haven't missed with those shows yet, so I don't know. I mean, people feel otherwise, but they haven't missed.
Yeah, with the shows they haven't.
No,
They haven't missed yet.
Yeah.
So
I mean, the
sure.
crowning jewel at the moment is like Shang-Chi. That's like their crowning jewel.
Shang-Chi was
Really?
I finally saw
the movie. Well, this year it's so far.
I've heard horrible things about it. I enjoyed it. I loved it.
It was great.
I watched it and I told Redbeard. I don't know if it was like because we got we got a big high definition television in the living room, and sometimes like when I'm watching certain things, it takes me out of it because it's like, oh, it's supposed to be high def, but I'm seeing how high def the graphics are not. And I'm like, and it's taking me out of it. And I thought maybe if I watch it on a regular 1080, I should be all right instead of this 4K trying to be whatever the hell it's not TV. Because
we gotta. There's some you have to set things to be like they have like a movie setting so that like it softens a lot of edges. You don't see everything crystal clear and fucking high def because when you watch things like that, sometimes it fucks things up. You're looking at it and you're like there's certain shit that you just can't watch in complete high def. It fucking takes you out of it. Because I know what he was talking about with Shang-Chi. I watched that whole ending sequence and it was like, this is some video game shit right now. Like all it needed was button prompts.
Yo,
it would look like the ending of a fucking epic ass video game. Like, oh, smash A right here. Just keep doing that and you'll kill the dragon. Like,
last 15 minutes was a giant quick time event. But it was but for the most part, the story was good. Action was good, and I enjoyed it. It's just that last 15 minutes, I was telling Redbeard, I'm like, I think I enjoyed the movie. He was like, you sound like you're unsure. He's like, I am. I am. I don't know if I enjoyed it, but I'm like, did I?
It was a weird mixture of genres too. It was like it was a martial arts movie, and then it turned into like one of those fucking wire fu magical kung fu movies, and then it went straight up fucking fantasy with the goddamn dragon coming out of the water and all that shit, and just like, boy oh boy, like I liked Marvel when there wasn't all this fucking magic happening.
I know, it's like this might just be more Disney than Marvel at this point.
Yeah, exactly. it should look like Raya the Last Dragon. The fucking voice God. And the fucking voice actress was in the movie too. That shit was crazy.
Was there. That's true.
The irony. Oh, the irony.
It was funny because somebody had posted up the fight scene between Shang-Chi and his father and shit. they put the Last Dragon music in it, and it fit so perfectly. And I'm like, yo, so when he got all the rings, and it's like, when you reach that upper level, I'm like, yes, he did. He did. He's like, yeah, I see what you did there, you son of a bitches. It was real good. But yeah, for the most part, I did enjoy the movie. Did anybody see the Eternals?
I did.
I did as well. A lot of people are harping on it, but it's like it mentioned other movies, but it basically those other movies weren't the focus. It was basically telling this story.
Mm-hmm.
And I enjoyed it for what it was. It was like not too self-contained, but it basically wanted you to pay attention. Like, this is the universe you have to focus on right now. It's the same universe, but we have to introduce these characters. And some people were like, well, it was weird for a Marvel movie not having that connection. I'm like, yeah, but at the same time, these fools said that they were around for 7,000 years. So you have to tell that story somehow within a 2-hour time period. They did as best as they could, and I enjoyed it for what it was.
I mean, honestly, I mean, I think this is as good as we can get in terms of like Jack Kirby's creation, because this is originally like Jack Kirby's thing. And remember how they said they wanted to do like the New Gods, which is also one of his, which you figured like that's kind of on the borderline of what it would be like if, you know, DC got it. Maybe they might have went in depth more in terms of that, but I felt Eternals, you know, I think it was solidified. Sure, they could have elaborated a bit more on like their origins and you know, and other like, you know, cosmic beings that like, you know, were, you know, in place or responsible for like their creations. But overall, I would probably give it like a hard 7 out of 10 if I had to grade it. You know?
Not bad. I give it a nice 6.5.
Okay.
6.5.
6.5. It was decent.
Acceptable.
Yeah. The Gummy says the ending was anticlimactic for her. I'm not sure which one. Are you talking about
Eternals?
Eternals?
Yeah.
Eternals had an anticlimactic ending.
Yeah,
yeah.
I kind of figured it out, like at least like, you know me, within the first 15 minutes, but I ain't say nothing until like the end. Kind of like how I did with Bad Boys for Life.
It was pretty predictable at this.
Yeah.
At this point.
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah.
Fucking Deadshot Jr. and shit. That's all it is.
Should have ended.
Yeah.
But
I haven't watched any of how it should have ended in a minute. I should go and watch that.
Yeah. Oh man, yeah, it's been a while. It has been a while.
Me too. The one that'll live in infamy in my heart when it comes to that series is the Spider-Man 3 one. When he was like, it was your father that killed himself with his own glider. And he's like, dude, you're so fired. He's like, what? He's like, dog, I took a grenade to the face. You could have told me that. You could have told me that a long ass time ago if you knew that, you son of a bitch.
Terrible.
Oh man.
It is true. He did.
Yeah. He's not a good friend, y'all. He's
not a good friend, man.
Retro asks, what show should they start off with when it comes to the Disney shows?
What do you mean? Which show should they start? Oh, you like as far as watching it?
Yeah.
Start from the beginning. WandaVision.
Yeah.
From the beginning.
WandaVision was the first, and then go down the line.
Yeah, that's all. Take it from there.
So what? That's WandaVision, then Winter Soldier.
Yep. Then
Loki.
Mm-hmm. Then what if?
Now Hawkeye.
What if and then Hawkeye? Yeah.
Oh yeah. What if? Yeah. What if is definitely crucial.
Yes.
That was so good.
It really was, man. They closed it all in 9 episodes. Closed it all in.
There's supposed to be another season of that, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Now, what is like? How is it crucial? Like, isn't what if like just them making up scenarios as to like, hey, what if this should happen? Like, it doesn't actually pertain to the actual universe.
It's pertaining to the multiverse. So they've already stated that what if is canon to the MCU.
Oh, okay.
So it's going to bring multiversal repercussions and other stories. So we'll see how that plays out as it goes forward.
Yeah. I mean, really, it's all the jump off from Loki. From then on in, yeah, it's a Kang's game. from whenever they get to the Ant-Man and Wasp and beyond. Well, actually, Spider-Man, No Way Home, and then beyond that. So we got a lot of visitors to look forward to.
Exactly, a lot of variations.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that they put in the trailer for the new Spider-Man movie, and people are like really fucking going deep into watching it and fucking pausing it at certain places and shit. I'm like, look at that shit. Look at that. You see that blah blah. Who's at the end of that portal and blah blah blah. Because it's like there's one scene where Spider-Man is suspended between two of Doctor Strange's portals, and there's a web like holding on to his leg, and he's webbed up to the other portal and shit. And it's like, unless they're doing some shit where this nigga is like infinitely webbing his own fucking leg like an idiot, then there might be they're thinking that there's another version, a multiverse version of the of Spider-Man who's webbing this Spider-Man or whatever the fuck. It's gonna be a crazy ass goddamn movie, and I don't know that I.
Yeah.
It looks fucking dope.
Yeah. I'm just gonna do what I usually do, and everyone's gonna watch it and talk about it, and I'll watch it like 6 months after all the hype dies down.
That's about right. That's about right.
That's a good plan. Good plan. Yeah. Oh yeah, The Mandalorian was amazing, by the way. Retro Wave. Yeah, Mandalorian was great, especially season 2.
Season 2 was great.
Yeah. Yo, that was a trip. What was it? They're like revitalizing X-Men the animated series.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. That was a great series.
It really was. That got my Saturday morning jumping, bro.
Logan had the best lines all the time.
So what are they gonna do? Are they just
they're picking up where they left off, basically, like right from '97.
Oh, and they'll have better animators but we'll keep it the same though. They have to keep it the same.
Yeah. I mean, it was detailed at first, and then they got like lazy.
Yeah, they lost their animators, and then it started looking crazy. I think they did that with Gargoyles as well. At one point, a couple episodes, they're like, "Oh yeah," like people started looking different in like random moments. You're like, "Wait a minute, what? Am I tripping balls?" It's like, no, the animation changed for like it's a hot second, but then it got back to normal.
See, but those are the classic cartoons that gave us the Juggernaut bitch series.
Damn right it did.
Oh man,
I'm gonna hit Charles with Charles.
It got
Charles with Charles.
It got so popular that they actually had to put I am the Juggernaut bitch in what was
X-Men
it, part 3?
Yeah.
God,
I'm the Juggernaut bitch.
Those dudes never got paid for that.
Of course not.
Never. No.
They didn't get paid for that. They actually got sued for using the X-Men animation series and shit. They got sued for that.
Damn.
I believe it.
Because their shit got so popular.
It really did.
Right.
Jug ain't got no power steering. Boom, boom, boom.
Niggas are so fucking funny. The only other thing I saw was that they casted Delroy Lindo to be in Blade.
Oh, word?
Yo, that is great news.
So I'm thinking, yeah, he's probably gonna be the mentor, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
What's that dude's name?
No,
Whistler.
But he's not.
Not Whistler. No, I don't think he's gonna be Whistler. I think he was gonna be.
He's gonna be the actual mentor from the comic books.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Okay. So he's gonna train Blade to do all that stuff. He's gonna train him to use the swords, the stake, the knives, and he's gonna train that nigga to stop eating his sesame cake. He said, "What?
Oh!
Stop eating my sesame cake."
Did you see that fucking did you see there was a clip going around online with Delroy Lindo was on the news and sitting in on the news with somebody, and there's this one like he was like an anchorman or something. One of the news guys was like, well, rap guys, they say the N-word and all this and that, and they can say it left and right, and white people can't say it. And then Delroy Lindo just goes, well, then say it. Go ahead, say it. And he was like, well, no, I didn't say that I want to say it. No, he was like, I can't say it. He was like, no, yeah, you can. Go ahead, say it. You matter of fact, I'll say it with you. And like it was like he was doing. It was like he was doing a fucking movie scene and shit. I was like, this nigga is the greatest. Go ahead. He's like, go ahead, say it. And then the dude just had to shut up. Like, he's like, okay, I guess we won't bring up the N-word thing anymore.
He totally punked him out.
Absolutely.
Sometimes you gotta embarrass these motherfuckers because they be on some stupid shit, and you looking at it like, "Where? That's what you're gonna go with?" Okay.
Are you that mad that you? He's like, are you that mad that you can't say it? Well, then go ahead and say it. I'll say it with you. Go ahead. Called him out right on the news. The motherfucker was like,
He opted out real quick.
The only thing that would have been better is if he rocked the beret and said, "What are you doing in my country? You miserable." And then bitch smacks him with the fucking baton. This fellow is a big bag of shit.
You need to get a rat. You need to get this monkey off your back.
He owes me money everywhere he goes.
Oh man.
Oh, I'm so glad that brother is still working. That's all I
Yeah, for real.
Because he's brilliant.
He is. Fucking awesome.
Chef Peanut got really excited and just said Gargoyles.
It was a great show.
Forever.
You know how much shit I learned from Gargoyles? That it got a fucking raw deal ending. It got like a fucking glossed over ending. I didn't even know it ended in the Goliath Chronicles on Channel 7, which was much more kid friendly than the Channel 11 version. They had their like X-Men did. They had their own Hate Me villains, which were the Stonecutters or the Quarrymen, whatever the fuck they were called. Sorry, the Stonecutters were the Simpsons. We do, those niggas.
We
do. And then they stopped the train while these fucking quarrymen tried to collapse the train, and they saw the gargoyles. Look, the gargoyles helped us. How about that? Well, yeah, they're one of us. And then peace. And I'm like, that's it? That's how they gave this epic conclusion to this great show? What the fuck is this?
What else did you learn from Gargoyles? How to accelerate yourself in the motherfucking Navy.
Thank you, Keith David, for all that great shit.
Oh, yes. All day.
Yeah, you learned so much good shit. Like the politics of shit. Like that one dude who's like, oh, yeah, we promised the Gargoyles we ain't going to fuck them up. And they just wanted to take over the castle. And old boy just stood there like an idiot while they started bashing Gargoyles' face in as they slept. And he's like, I tried to stop them. I'm like, you can't really sit idly by in a conflict like that, my nigga. You need to be about it. Well, shut the fuck up. Word. Another lesson I learned from Gargoyles is don't shoot your friends.
That's a great lesson.
As Broadway did. And then they're like, we probably want to cut, after they showed that episode twice, they said, we should probably cut that episode because, kids will start playing with guns. I'm like, well, if kids are watching, then they know you shouldn't play with guns because that was the whole message of the fucking story.
Yeah.
Yeah, ass.
You know what's funny?
That was back in what, 97?
96, 95, 97, yeah.
I just because nowadays they just change shit. They just change shit like at the drop of a hat. Like you see how they changed or did you ever hear how they changed the one scene in Lilo and Stitch where she's like hiding from her big sister as she hides inside of a washing machine or a dryer, whatever, one of those two.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And they changed it to like she went like into a cupboard or something because kids were watching the shit and going into washing machines like little assholes and fucking getting hurt or locking themselves in.
Oh man, that would be scary as shit.
For real.
Yeah, they're still doing shit like that. What was it? Regular show. Regular show. What was it? They had this one scene where the dude got mad as hell. He was like, "Nope, that's it, bro. It's already in motion." He's getting ready to cross his arms, and when he crosses his arms, he says, "You pissed me off." And I was like, "And this is a kid's show?" And then like a couple months later, I saw the same episode again, and as he's doing it, he goes, "You ticked me off," and I'm like,
"Oh man, had that change up."
I was switching.
You ticked me off. I was like, oh no, you should have left it the other way.
The censors
Nah.
of like that's a no.
It's not the '90s anymore. They didn't give a fuck with the '90s kids. Like we
They really
we
didn't.
we grew up with fucking Ren and Stimpy, fucking just what was it?
Rocko's Modern Life.
Yep.
Absolutely. Those are cartoons that were like actively sticking shit in their own eyeballs, and they didn't give a fuck. They were like, yeah, kids will fucking laugh at that. Go ahead.
Getting hit in the head with parking meters and shit. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
You know what I just peeped? That same episode I was talking about where Broadway had shot Elisa, and Goliath went to town on all his enemies. Like, who did this? Who did this? That was exactly what happened in Sons of Anarchy when fucking this bitch killed Tara. This nigga went to town and started murking people that had nothing to do with the shit.
But okay, but Sons of Anarchy came out after, so
That's what I'm saying.
So Sons of Anarchy ripped off Gargoyles.
You know? hey, I'm saying it was very Shakespearean influence, and so was
No, that's true.
Sons of Anarchy. So I'm
That's
like,
true.
oh, that's some real facts.
Yeah.
That's some Shakespeare for your ass from '95 to now. Ain't that something?
Yeah. That's some shit where you like that's like yeah, for real? Are you sure? Like, did you know that okay, there's fucking Oreo cookies, and then there's the what's supposed to be the knockoff Hydrox cookies.
Yeah.
But Hydrox came out first. So technically Oreos are the knockoff cookies, but like
they had better marketing.
Yeah. But they're the ones. Those are the delicious fucking cookies. Hydrox tasted like goddamn what it's actually named. It actually sounds like it tastes like Hydrox, whatever the fuck that is.
It's hydrogen peroxide cookies.
What?
It's chocolate hydrogen peroxide.
Oh my god!
Oh look, I found it. I found the scene.
Which one? Cue it up. Each of. Oh my god. Censor.
You ticked me off. You pissed me off.
No, that's a Cartoon Network show, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh
okay.
wow.
Let's not blame anyone now. How?
Okay.
Wait.
Proof in the pudding.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was on Cartoon Network. They were able to get away with it the first time, and then afterwards, they got. Then there was a bunch of stuff that they did on that show. That show was totally not for kids.
No.
There was a lot of shows that were. Yeah, true. There was a lot of shows that weren't meant for kids, but they snuck under the radar. Those cheeky devils.
SpongeBob was one until they completely changed it. Now it's definitely for kids.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, I remember seeing a lot of things from SpongeBob and being like, this is very reminiscent of Ren and Stimpy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. In the beginning, the beginning seasons definitely. Now it's like some bubblegum kitty shit, and I just be like, nope, get SpongeBob the fuck out of here.
Not for me. Oh man.
No.
Goddamn.
Have y'all caught the Animaniacs?
Oh, the new one.
Yeah.
I caught like the first 2 episodes. It was good. Are they going to come back with another season?
Yeah, they have the second season just came out.
Nice.
Sweet.
I gotta check it out.
What's great about that show is it's so fucking self-aware about the times and all this new shit, and still makes fun of it like the champion show that it is.
Mm.
And it's something that's meant for adults.
But yeah, I mean,
that kid shit in there, but it's definitely drawn for the older crowd.
That's true. People who grew up with the shit. Even DuckTales was like that. Like, did you guys ever see the episode where they fixed Daffy Duck's talking, and he was talking regular?
Mm-hmm.
And he was just saying,
I haven't seen that.
He was saying the most epic shit ever, and it was he was voiced by Don Cheadle.
Oh shit! Okay.
Wow.
And it was crazy because one of the she's like a boss ass old lady. She takes care of the kids. I guess she was in the military or whatever. She tried to give out the orders. He's like, nah, I'm a naval man. He said, go do this. Kids, go this way, come with me. And then he pulls out a harpoon, and he was like, all right away. He was like, we're weathering the storm. He pulls out the harpoon, spins it around, and he's like, I am the storm. She was like, seriously? Have you been saying shit like this whole time? And then you just laugh because I'm like, he probably was, but no one could understand him.
I think the reason they do it, I think it's the only way that like people who want to get a message across are able to be creative now is that they do it. They have to do it through animation because if they do it any other way, like people just get offended.
That's true.
Because like you see how fucking South Park and shit like that, like the shit that they get away with being able to say, and if you were to do that on some live action show that a bunch of people watch, there's at the drop of a hat there'll be 2 million Karens sending in
You're not lying.
fucking online complaints and shit like I was offended by this, but
You are not
they don't watch shit like South Park, so they get away with it.
Very much so.
That's true. Plus, those niggas, Matt Parker and Trey Stone, don't give a fuck about shite.
They really don't.
I gotta watch their new special.
Oh, they made a new special?
Yeah, it's a COVID special for South Park.
Oh my god.
They fucking goddamn took South Park off of regular Hulu and put it behind a goddamn paywall. They fucking pissed me off because I was just like, you know what? I haven't caught up on South Park in a minute, and I went to go watch it, and I used to just watch it on Hulu. Now it's on a paywall. You got to fucking pay like fucking $60 something for the TV bundle to come with it. That goes with your regular Hulu account so that you can be able to access certain shows. It's
So-
a bitch.
It's
So-
on. I think it's on HBO Max.
Oh,
Oh
okay.
yeah, okay. Well, I'm gonna do that then.
Exactly.
And then, and the new show is on Paramount Plus.
Oh, yeah, I heard about
Oh.
that shit.
Right.
Paramount Plus bought them for like what I think 3 or 4 movies or 2 movies or something like that. Either 2 to 4 movies, something.
Gotcha.
Never
what-
watched Total Drama Island. I think those were that genre of cartoons was like past my prime. Like I was watching cartoons back in what was it? Like the 90s when it was all like Animaniacs, Freakazoid, that those are the kind of cartoons in terms of Western.
So when
that
WB
I would
for
watch.
Kids disappeared, that's when you stopped watching cartoons.
Absolutely.
I know it. I know the
That sounds
vibe.
about right. Yeah.
The old mindset, bring it to the table, said that was the old mindset before SP and he said people dismiss animation because it's for kids. That was the old mindset.
Mm-hmm.
And it's true.
That's true. So I don't think anything of it.
Real Monsters I did watch on Nickelodeon.
Facts.
F is for Family, I did watch it on Netflix. But that's one of those shows where they're like Bring It to the Table said there's a bunch of adult animated shows now. Yeah. F is for Family is one of them, and there's a bunch of them like Brickleberry and shit like that. Which is like the Daniel Tosh
Paradise PD.
Paradise PD is by the same people who did Brickleberry. Yeah, and those were like adult to the point where it almost turns into porn, and you're like, well, Jesus Christ. Bob's Burger is a good one. Yep,
it really is. Yeah.
It's one girl I worked with, and she dressed up as the wife from Bob's Burgers, and she's hot. And I'm like, now all I can do is when I watch Bob's Burgers, I think of her, and I'm very upset with her. Just saying. Just saying.
Oh, Big Mouth is wild, man. Oh
yeah, Big
Mouth. Oh yeah.
I'm glad that fucking Roundhouse isn't
on because
I was
just about to say that.
If you say Big Mouth and Roundhouse is on the show, he'll fucking go on a goddamn hour-long diatribe about the fucking show, not getting to any point whatsoever. He'll just talk about it.
He'll just be time traveling all through the entire episode.
Bruh.
Oh man, you know what? You see how cohesive and shit it was
shit
about these motherfuckers?
remember Big O on Adult Swim? Yep, I remember Big O.
Oh my god. That was one of the few
Yeah.
animations that put me to fucking sleep. Like, if I want to go to bed, I'll put on an episode of Big O because it was so goddamn slow. Nothing is happening, and then I will wake up for a second just to see a big ass mech punch something in the face, and then I'll knock out.
Well,
And
that
then
was
I'll
a weird, like, wasn't that what? That was a weird. The animation was kind of like those, like the box head superhero animation,
yeah,
wasn't
like
it?
it looked like a
Yeah.
Bruce Timm cartoon, but
Yeah.
what I heard was the way it was is there was no cohesive story, so you could watch it in any episode and it didn't fucking matter. And I'm like, what was this? Tenet before Tenet was a thing? Like, what is going on here? Does
Word.
Christopher Nolan make this bullshit? Come on.
Yeah, man.
It probably would have been a lot more sensible than this.
That's true.
Oh, Big O
Yeah.
had nothing on Gigantor, Gigantor, the space age robot.
Trying to think of the last mech.
Oh, Liquid Television, get out of my brain, dude.
Yeah, with fucking Eon Flux
And the Max.
Oh, the Max. Yeah.
Oh yeah, and the well, it wasn't Liquid. What's the name? It was the head. No one ever talks about that. When I talk to
the
people
head.
about
Yeah, I
that,
remember that.
that was such a great movie that they turned into a series. And I'll be talking to anybody about the shit, and they swear to God, like, nigga, what are you talking about? I'm like, what? And then I'll pull up a thing. They're like, oh, that's what that was called. I'm like, the nigga had a big ass head. What the fuck did you think it was called?
Oh,
Cartoon
man.
Network tried to do an animated Mad TV. I didn't know that.
Oh yeah.
Weird.
That was
They
brief.
did?
I must have
Mhm.
missed
Yeah.
that.
I don't think it lasted too long.
No, it didn't.
Yeah.
It was trash.
It sounds like trash. I don't even know that's probably what it feels like when I tell people about the head. They're like, what? Trash. Well, they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Oh.
Robot Chicken is another one of those things too.
That's true.
Oh yes.
And they're still going. I think they're like what? And they're like their 16th season or some shit like that.
Jesus Christ.
Wow.
That's another goddamn show. If you fucking bring it up, this motherfucker would be like, God, Robot Chicken, blah, blah, blah.
Stop it, but sign the treaty and I'll let you go. This looks in order. That shit was rich as fuck. I loved it.
Yeah, I missed the Boondocks too. Everything was going great until that fourth season. They fucked that all up.
That's because he didn't want to draw anymore.
He was like, I'm done.
See, that's a shame. And then when they're talking about revitalizing, well, that's not going to do any good now that John Witherspoon's dead. So
They are, and they have the nerve.
And Shirley Murphy.
They have the nerve to not sign his son, who sounds just like him when doing like an impersonation.
He sounds just like him, but of course he lived with this nigga his whole life.
Yeah.
How can he not develop those mannerisms?
Oh man!
Did you know that the new white man loves gourmet cheese? I missed that motherfucker so much.
He was such a quality fucking person.
He was everybody's like a crazy father, grandfather, and uncle. All rolled into one.
Facts.
Especially with them loud ass fucking shirts he fucking had on. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Yo. Every time on the Wayans Brothers, he was always wearing something like out of this world. Some nonsense with them Tic Tac shoes.
Damn, yo, good times.
Good times.
Oh yes, absolutely. Man, it was
actually HBO Max had just recently added all those shows too.
Oh, get out of here! Really?
I don't know about Wayne's, but I know they just added Jamie Foxx, Martin, a couple other ones.
Yeah, because what happened? Because you couldn't see them fucking shows for a minute. Like, where the fuck are they? Like,
all the black shows, BET had them in the stash for a minute.
Yes,
they even tried putting out their own app.
I think they did a BT Plus.
They did. It's trash.
It's
basically they should have just called it the Tyler Perry app.
There's only one show I'm willing to fucking see on it. Actually, two shows. Like they're revitalizing the game, which I feel like it's way past its pasture.
That's gonna be on HBO.
Oh, it's gonna be on HBO. Probably.
Yeah.
I'm
Really?
telling you,
Yeah.
HBO is some smart motherfuckers just snatching up all these shows and putting it on their shit.
Makes sense.
Yeah, HBO. I saw the trailer for it. HBO Max is doing the game.
Nice.
Yeah.
I want to see Mrs. Pat's show because Miss Pat is funny as fuck because she don't give a fuck. But yeah, I thought Paramount Plus was included in BET Plus. It is not. BET Plus is on its own, and so.
Oh, delight.
But I definitely want to give that a shot.
And that's a paid service?
Yeah.
How dare they?
Exactly.
Yeah. It's that's what I'm saying. You're just paying for Tyler Perry movies.
What makes me mad is shout outs to BET because it's like niggas don't watch your fucking network for free. You want motherfuckers to pay? Like kiss my ass.
That's how they keeping the channel afloat.
Exactly.
And funk that.
Indeed. God damn.
These
They
niggas
had
picked
Martin.
up.
I wanted to watch Martin. Then they had Martin on there, and I was like, yeah, no, I'm good.
Yeah. It's like,
Remember
nah.
I was like, I
Remember
don't.
UPN?
Yeah,
Oh.
underpaid niggas. I remember you vividly. Malcolm and Eddie, homeboys from outer space.
Oh
Ah!
shit! With that nigga Flex.
Yep, with that nigga. Before he was on our own, he was with this motherfucker from a different world. I loved it. Random.
Very.
Random that shit.
Yeah. See how much shit has evolved since then.
Facts.
You know, I saw an interview the other day, and I didn't know this. Y'all probably knew this, and I was just late to the party. Did y'all know that Omar Gooding is fucking Cuba Gooding Jr.'s brother?
I had no idea. I had no idea. I mean, you just said it, and it makes sense. I put the two together, but nah, never.
I would have never thought of it. And yeah, he was doing an interview. I was watching what's the name? What the fuck is it? Vlad TV, and he was talking about how everything transpired for him. He was on Wild and Crazy Kids, then he was on Hanging with Mr. Cooper, and then he was on Smart Guy. And he told me something. He had mentioned Smart Guy, and I'm like, yeah, I remember Smart Guy. I'm like, whatever happened to that show? And he was talking about how Taj Mori was like, all right, cool. The show's good. He's the star of the show. But then he realized that everybody was getting paid the same amount. And I guess he must have talked to his people. And he was like, well, I'm the star of the show, so I'm the smart guy. Shouldn't I be getting more money? And
I saw that interview the other day.
And he was all like, all right, so my nigga didn't show up to work for like a couple of days. And we were like, what's going on? And then once everything was all said and done after the second season, he was like, yo, I'll see you next season. He's like, yeah, right. And it never happened. And I understand why, but at the same time, at that moment, they didn't give a shit about no black shows, even though the show was a success. But I'm pretty sure Steve Harvey didn't take that shit.
No.
Okay, now I don't know if I'm bugging. Am I being like weirdly racist when I say this? But like, okay, was Omar Gooding the same kid who used to host game shows on
Wild and Crazy
Nickelodeon?
Kids. Yeah, Wild and
Okay.
Crazy Kids.
So
he was dark as fuck. He was dark as fuck.
Wasn't he fucking dark as fuck? And then out of nowhere, he became a light skinned dude.
What happened was, you got to think about it, and I said the same thing growing up because I'm like, is this the same motherfucker with a different name, like with the same name? Is he like the new Doctor Who? They're just going to replace him with different black guys? No. What it was think about it. Wild Crazy Kids. It was always hot outside, and this nigga was always in the sun. You think they gave this nigga sunblock? No. So in the beginning of the fucking show, my nigga was like my complexion. By the end of the shit, he was Joe's complexion.
Dead ass. That's what I'm saying. He must have just been outside all the time. Fuck.
Yeah. Because I was like, I don't remember him being this light. And then I'm like, he was darker than a motherfucker. And I'm like, the sun.
Oh, we forget the sun. We forgot the sun.
The sun. Aha.
Solar radiation it is.
Exactly.
He said he was Arnold Jackson black.
Oh, fucking he killed me. This motherfucker takes different strokes through the world. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh man. Oh my god. But yeah. Flat top.
For sure.
For sure. But yeah, that sounds like a good enough time to wrap it up, B.
Hey, yo, wrap it up, B.
Wrap it up, B.
You better wrap that gab up, yo.
Exactly. But yeah, thanks again for tuning into another episode of True Story, Bro. If this content is the content that you love, which we know it is, feel free to like, share, subscribe, comment on the YouTubes. That's YouTubes and any audio platform that you enjoy listening to podcasts with. Uh, Damn, look at that flat top for real. For real. For real. Look at that. With the flat top. You know what's
Looking
crazy?
like
he
you-
looked like his brother. With
Yo!
Yeah.
like
Trey.
Boys
He
in the
looks like
Hood
young
on the
Trey.
right. And now on the left he looked like his brother for real. That's
Yeah,
weird.
he does. He does.
Oh,
Looking like
man.
I mean,
dark skin Trey.
yeah, man.
Wow. What a difference. Like Blockbuster Video.
Oh my god damn. My man threw it back. Old school throwback of the day.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Feel free to check us on our IGs. Appreciate that. Feel free to check us on our Twitters.
Yeah, baby boy. That was a good one.
Don't forget to check us out on our streams on Twitch. And don't forget to check out our boy Roundhouse on his Twitch, where you can challenge him, harass him, tell him that you're never going to beat me, sucker, and all that good stuff. And check out Redbeard's TikToks for all sorts of foolishness and laughter. And yeah, don't forget to drink Wild Bill's soda, which is great. We had it at the previous con, and we'll have it whenever we deliver it. And when we do, we'll be sure to use our own promo code, which is True Story Bro, and you can too. Save 10% on anything at drinkwildbills.com. That's www.drinkwildbills.com. Wild Bill soda, no bull, just Bills. Boom, delicious. See,
I
I
don't want no more bills.
this motherfucker, yeah. That was hilarious. I was like, you know what? You don't usually score, but today I'll allow it. Roundhouse. So yeah, and as our boy, the nigga that's kicking and switching, fucking unceremoniously killed the number, so the number is officially dead. I won't say the number, and all I gotta say is whoever has the number now, I'm sorry for all True Story Bro traffic coming your way. It was fun while it lasted. Gentlemen, you got anything else to say before we bid adieu to our fans?
Nope.
Anybody else? Anybody else?
Hope everybody has a happy Friendsgiving and a good eye to sleep. That's all I got.
Absolutely, yep. Enjoy your Thanksgiving dinners.
Yeah, straight up. It's all about that turkey day tomorrow. So, you know,
Gobble it up, bitches.
gobble it up, bitches.
You heard it, folks. You heard it here, folks. Gobble it up, bitches.